Okay, so what does the Quran actually mean when it calls Jesus kalimatuhu, his word? Ibn Kathir makes it crystal clear. In his tafsir of 4171, he says, Isa was a word from Allah that he bestowed on Maryam, meaning he created him with the word be that he sent with Jibreel to Maryam. It's just that easy.
Oh, Ramzi. If Jesus is the word of Allah simply because he was created by Allah's word, then shouldn't Adam also be called Allah's word? Chapter 3, verse 59 says, Verily, the likeness of Isa before Allah is the likeness of Adam. He was created from dust. Then he said to him, be, and he was. So isn't Adam Allah's word? Nowhere in the Quran is Adam identified as Allah's word, even though he's created by the word be. So that can't be the reason why Jesus is the word of Allah. It has to be something else. This is what happens when you use Ibn Kathir to save Allah from his own mistakes.
The word is not merely a word, not just the sounds of revelation in words, but the word himself, the eye of the word or the cause, speaker of the word. Since the word encompasses the entirety of the word, we see that every word, utterance of Jesus is revelation, is the gospel. The word always flows every word of God from himself. Jesus is not like other prophets who periodically receive revelations, while leaving many other moments without revelation or void of revelation. Jesus is the Word personified, who is always in a state of revelation. This is why no one can point out when and how God's revelation was bestowed upon Jesus. Was it gradual, all at once, through Gabriel, directly, or how? But the skeptics are obsessed with rejecting Jesus as the Word. They twist it so severely that they lose their objectivity towards Jesus. The Word of God, clearly intended as an entity and existent being, has been shifted out of normal interpretive norms, turning into a process of the power of God's voice that produced Jesus in the womb through the Word be. On the other hand, the Word of God is understood as a principle, idea, concept, cause, an essential and eternal declaration, with vast, limitless scope from which God's laws and commandments are also derived and become the books of God. Thus, there is a serious dualism about what the Word of God given to Jesus Christ truly is. The Word, possessing infinite words, now seems narrowed and identified by interpreters as the result product of the spoken word be, which is a specific word from the mouth of God when he wishes to create something. In the history of God's creation and miracles, be is always immediate, final, and fully functional as God intended. However, specifically here, it's unclear how far the Word of God extends to its final form. The interpreters do not dare to elaborate on whether his word merely became an embryo and then continued to develop naturally in Mary's womb, no longer part of the miraculous becoming, or whether it became the complete human Jesus, similar to Adam's case, with the difference that one matured through the process of embryo and birth, while the other was created instantly. But the most important question is not about the product, but about his word. We ask simply, after the word be was spoken, did his word finish functioning in Jesus as it did in Adam's case? Or was be always an integral and active part of Jesus as the word? If his word finished becoming and then disappeared from Jesus as it did from Adam, Jesus could not always be in a state of revelation or performing miracles unless waiting for new revelations, words to be given again at another time. However, nowhere in the Gospels do readers find a single utterance of Jesus that is non-revelatory. In fact, the word be is always inherent in Jesus and every miracle he performed. Don't believe it? Let's take 3 examples.
Then touched he their eyes, saying, According to your faith be it unto you. Matthew 9:29. Then Jesus answered and said unto her, O woman, great is thy faith. Be it unto thee even as thou wilt. And her daughter was made whole from that very hour. Matthew 15:28. And he put forth his hand, and touched him, saying, I will, be thou clean. And immediately the leprosy departed from him. Luke 5:13.
Jesus Christ, the Word, is always speaking. He is the I Word of God entity, being declarer, owner, encompassing all words, including the creating word be. The creating word is not merely a voice or sound that ceases and becomes non-functional after being spoken. It lives and continues to be effective in the essential, eternal, life-giving, and unlimited word. Jesus spoke with divine authority.
Verily, verily, I say unto you, if a man keep my saying, he shall never see death. John 8:51.